When you think of Oklahoma, you might think of the Native Americans' rich heritage and legacy. Prairies, cowboys, twisters, are better known as tornadoes, or Hammerstein's famous music, Oklahoma. When you hear Oklahoma, we want you to think of Tulsa. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Rentz with the Rentz team, and I moved from California back in 2013 and now lead, along with my wife, an amazing real estate team. So let's take a quick look at Tulsa and what makes the city so special. But before we get going, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay in the know about all things Tulsa. And remember, we appreciate you. All right, first things first. Famous people. There are so many famous celebrities and individuals that hail from the Tulsa area, but even from the greater Oklahoma area. You may know Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live, the comedian. Never heard of the guy, but you may know him. Garth Brooks, country music superstar, of course. We know Brooks. I got friends in low places. Not bad, right? Leon Russell, musician. Cornel West. I just learned this the other day myself. Prominent philosopher and social critic. If you've ever seen him, you know what I'm talking about. Come on, the Hanson brothers. Okay, so all of us that are of that age. Ben Rector, the musician. Troy Aikman, Dallas Cowboys. Paul Harvey. Now you know the rest of the story. All right, Ron Howard. Come on. The Andy Griffith Show. And of course, Will Rogers. And there's so many more that hail from Oklahoma. And if that's not enough celebrities for you, how about Chuck Norris, Blake Shelton, Kristen Chenoweth, Woody Guthrie, and of course, the late beloved Toby Keith. Reba McEntire. Come on, everybody loves themselves some Reba. So funny. And of course, Miss Carrie Underwood. All right, we'll dive into a quick overview of how Tulsa came to be and then break down some stereotypes and share some very interesting facts with you, like defying laws of physics level of facts. That's some heavy stuff there, people. Our history is full of Native American tribes. Tulsa was settled somewhere between 1828 and 1836 by a Creek tribe. Before Tulsa was known as Tulsa, the area took part in some action with the Civil War. Most notable was the Battle of Tulsa. I'm sure I said that wrong. If you subscribe, you can correct me. Not long after the Civil War, the area along the Arkansas River was known to house or be visited by some very famous outlaws, such as the Wild Bunch, the Dalton Gang, and our favorite Little Britches. The city was formally established in 1989. It was a small town up until the discovery of the Glenpool Oil Reserve in 1905. This led to stunning population growth. As a matter of fact, Oklahoma was one of the fastest growing cities in the entire nation during that time period. The effects of this oil boom, along with business and the people it brought, can still be seen today in the downtown area. This black gold led to Tulsa being dubbed the oil capital of the world for much of the 1900s. And it brought with it incredible Art Deco architecture and buildings and homes that still stand in downtown and midtown today. The profits that flowed from this oil boom not only built beautiful structures that we see and enjoy, like the Hard-Weldon Mansion, but they actually helped the city fare much better than most of the country during the Great Depression. At the same time as the oil boom, Tulsa also became known as the birthplace of Cyrus Avery's famous Route 66 that led to the rise of Kane's Ballroom. Gotta love me some Route 66. You can get your kicks on, come on, say it with me, or think it, you got it. Tulsa's rich history has led to some impressive museums and archives. We have the Tulsa Air and Space Museum, the Gilcrease Museum, which holds the world's largest and most comprehensive collection of art of the American West, the Oklahoma Aquarium and Jinx, the Oklahoma Jazz Hall of Fame, Tulsa Geosciences Center, Sherwin-Miller Museum of Jewish Art, Greenwood Cultural Center, and the Woody Guthrie Center with the Bob Dylan collection. Our most famous museum, however, is the Philbrook. This was the former home of the famous oil pioneer and philanthropist Wade Phillips, which is known for its gardens, art collection, and of course, the museum cats. Philbrook, however, is not the only museum located in a building that once belonged to Wade Phillips. The Decapolis Art Deco Museum is located downtown in the Philcade, an office building designed for Phillips in 1931. The Philcade is not the only building downtown Phillips is responsible for. The Phil Tower building, located on South Boston Avenue, was financed by Phillips as well as completed in 1928. And with notes of neo-Gothic and Art Deco architecture, it is a beautiful structure. Because Tulsa had all of these wealthy businessmen, outlaws loved the area. And I'm telling you, this actually led to the construction of a series of tunnels for these men and their families, the wealthy, beneath the streets of downtown Tulsa in order to avoid being robbed. Amazing to think about that. So while many people think of prairies when they think of Oklahoma, Tulsa is fondly known as green country, which stems from, as you could probably guess, all the greenery that you would see in the greater northeast Oklahoma, the lakes and the hills. This area of northeast Oklahoma is actually known for 7 out of 11 eco-regions in Oklahoma. All of that is to say that Oklahoma is much more than prairies. We even have sand dunes you can take ATVs on and salt plains as well. Due to Oklahoma's location, along with a number of other neighboring states, we are located in what is known famously as Tornado Alley. However, if you ever see some of that really bad weather coming and with high winds, quite often you'll find a large number of Tulsas standing outside their door, seeing if they can catch a glimpse of one of those tornadoes. So yes, we do have tornadoes, but did you also know we have 13 seasons instead of 4? Yeah, it's true. We really do. I don't know who made the meme, but it's wildly accurate. Tulsa is definitely a place where it can be 50 degrees one day, snowing the next, and quite possibly 60 degrees the day after we've had snow. So hey, it's never boring. Another stereotype of Tulsa is that everyone works in oil. And though it's a very dominant industry, and there is a lot of our economy based around oil, industries like aerospace, finance, tech, telecommunications, high tech, and manufacturing have a strong foothold in the Tulsa area. We are also a very dense and have a high number of hospitals and medical facilities in and around the Tulsa area as well. All right, time to deliver on that whole defying laws of physics, level of interesting facts thing. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. The center of the universe is said to be in Tulsa. I know it's hard to imagine, but legend tells us that if you stand in the middle of the marked circle downtown and make some noise, the sound is echoed back and amplified, but only you can hear it. Those outside of the circle may not hear it, or the sound will sound very distorted. There you go, folks. Defying laws of physics here in Oklahoma. All right, did you know tattooing was legalized in Oklahoma only in 2006? Black Wall Street is located in the Greenwood district of Tulsa. Close to 10% of all the black population in America lived here in Oklahoma in the early 1900s. It was a very successful and affluent community until the attack in 1921. As you know, the area was devastated, and it was a very dark time in Tulsa's history known as the Tulsa Race Massacre. Today, once again, it is a thriving community that Tulsa celebrates and cherishes. Last but not least, we have some really weird laws here in Tulsa. I think every state has this, but let's just talk about ours. You can't leave an open box of tissues in your car. What? You need a license from the mayor to have more than 3 dogs on your property at the same time. Man, some of the people that's homes that we've sold, you're breaking the law. All right. It is, in fact, illegal to go to bed with your boots on, and you cannot take a bite of a sandwich that does not belong to you. Okay, don't be eating other people's sandwiches. Bad thing. All right, it's also illegal to dry, heat, or boil a skunk. And in case you wanted to do some welling, it's illegal in the state of Oklahoma. Don't be caught with your harpoon. You might get yourself in some trouble. Hey folks, that is all we have for you today on this overview of what makes Tulsa so special. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And you will think of Tulsa the next time you think about Oklahoma. Hey, I'm Mark Rentz with the Rentz team. And if you're thinking of moving to Oklahoma, reach out to us. There's a whole bunch of other great things about Tulsa. We didn't even get into the famous part, but we will another day. If there's anything we can do to help you learn more about this amazing place called Tulsa, Oklahoma, maybe you need to sell your home because you're moving to another amazing city, give me a call, hit me up. Hey, again, subscribe, and our contact information is in the script below.